Super Mario Bros. 3 was the best-selling video game of the 20th century. First released in 1988, it has been re-released 3 times, been turned into a television show, and has been played by hundreds of millions of players worldwide in the past 20 years since its release. Still, more people pick it up each day. Chances are that you have or will play this game at some point. If you do, you will soon be overwhelmed by how incredibly large the game is for its time. We have grassland, desert land, the wonderful waterland, giant land, skyland, iceland, pipeland, and finally we have darkland. That's 8 worlds in all, with almost 90 unique levels total. Even for advanced players, it takes at least 30 minutes to get through one of these worlds, and if you're just a new player starting out, it could take up to 2 hours for you to complete one of these worlds. And keep in mind, this is way back before the idea of saving your game came around, so you had to do this all in one sitting. Would you believe, however, that the world record is just over 11 minutes? Back in the early 90s, video games were rampant with tricks that the developers put in, and this being before the days of the internet, you either had to have a friend who knew the tricks, or call up the Nintendo hotline and run up your parents' phone bill. In the age of the internet, though, you're watching this video because you either have gotten frustrated with spending several hours trying to get to the last world, or you haven't even played the game yet, but when you do, you want to show off to your friends and pretend that you're an expert. With all of that said, please enjoy this instructional video on how to get to World 8 in less than 5 minutes. Now, as soon as you start level 1, you'll become familiar with holding down the button B to run and A to jump. I want to call your attention to the bottom of the screen. That's your P meter. While holding down the B button, if you can get 6 triangles filled, when you jump, you'll be able to fly high in the air as such. Keep that in mind because that'll be very important later on in the video. At the bottom of the screen I've listed the bonuses you get for getting 3 of the same type of card image once you finish the level. It won't be important for the purposes of this video, but it's just there for your information. You'll notice I'm going through these levels rather quickly, and it's not that important that you do so as well. I'm going to be getting to World 8 in a little over 2 minutes, but if you just take this at your own pace, you'll easily be able to get there in under 5. It's just important that you follow the instructions in the next 2 levels, because this is where things get important. Now, as I said, I've been running through these levels a bit quickly, and I've been skipping getting power-ups like mushrooms and leaves and things of that nature. If you want to get those, that's okay. It's not important that you finish the level as Small Mario. What is important, however, is that once you find this white block, you need to hold down on your control pad for 6 seconds. Once you do, you'll fall behind the scenery, and then you need to run as quick as you can to the end of the level. Once there, you'll find a box in the middle of the room. Go down, open it, and there you'll find your warp whistle. Now, we move on to the World 1 Fortress and our second warp whistle. Now, don't worry if you're still Small Mario at this point. You'll find all the power-ups you need to become Raccoon Mario, which is how you'll complete this level. Now, something important I need to mention about your P meter. Once you're Raccoon Mario, and you jump in the air when you have all 6 triangles filled, you'll find that by tapping A, you'll be able to fly into the air. Here, you need to fly up and over this wall, and you'll find a secret door on the right-hand side, which will lead to your warp whistle. By pressing B, you'll open up your item select screen. Select a whistle, and all of a sudden, you'll be whisked away to a faraway land, namely the warp zone. Now make sure you don't go into any other pipes before you use a whistle, otherwise you'll have to start all over. The next whistle will bring you back down to World 8, go into the pipe, and voila, you're finally here and ready to take on the battle tanks. And that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, go out and do it.